Lego Ideas is a theme that is loved by Lego fans all around the world. This is such an interesting theme because the sets that we get in the Lego Ideas theme can just be so unique and iconic. We've had sets like the NASA Saturn V rocket, or the ship in a bottle, or the old fishing store, or the pop-up book. They're all very memorable sets. Sometimes Lego Ideas sets are based on brands that we know and love, like the Flintstones or Steamboat Willie. So it's really an incredible theme, and I'm a huge fan of the Lego Ideas theme overall. Now, as an investment, because I'm a Lego investor, I buy Lego sets before the value starts to go up. As an investment, how is the Lego Ideas theme? Here's the thing. It can be a really solid theme, but it is not very consistent. Some sets can be massively good performers. The values will grow quickly over the first year, 2 years, 3 years in retirement, but then others can be a little bit more lackluster and don't perform as well. So with the Lego Ideas, it's important to do a little bit of due diligence, a little bit of research, and just make sure you're picking the right sets. It is not as easy to pick the right winners as it is in some other themes in Lego investing. But again, if you pick the right ones, you can be off to an incredible start. So whether you are a Lego investor or a Lego collector, you are going to want to pay attention to the retiring Lego Ideas sets this year. We have 3 Lego Ideas sets that are going to be retiring in 2023, and these are sets that Lego investors and collectors alike are currently paying attention to, and you may want to snap some of these up before the end of the year because that will be the last chance that you have. So what are the Lego Ideas sets that are retiring in 2023? Let's have a look. First up, we have the Medieval Blacksmith. Now, this is a very, very popular Lego Ideas set. In the communities, there's a lot of people talking about this set, and for good reason, because the build is incredible. This is a set that I personally have built and have on my shelf. It was a ton of fun to build this set. It is set number 21325. There's 2,164 parts inside of the box on this one, with 4 minifigures based on an old medieval blacksmith, of course, that would fit so nicely into a medieval village or medieval town, or next to any of the castle sets. If you are a castle collector, this is just a must-have for anybody who wants to have castle-based or medieval-based Lego sets. It has an MSRP of $180. Now, that gives it a price per piece of 8 cents. Here's the thing, this price was actually increased. So it used to sell for $150, and then when we had the price increases last year, the price was increased by the Lego Group to $180. Even at that increased MSRP, the value that you get in this one is actually pretty good. This is definitely on par with any of the modular buildings out there in terms of detail and fun of the build. I've built tons of modulars and I've enjoyed this one just as much, if not more, than any of those sets. So at $180, it still does not feel expensive in my opinion. The $150 felt like a steal. When it was selling for $150, it was a great price for an incredibly fun Lego set. Now, this set was released in February 2021, so by the time it retires in December of 2023, it will have been on the shelves for coming up on 3 years, almost 3 years. So it is a little bit of a long shelf life on this one. In general, I'm a huge fan. I do hope that we see more medieval style sets coming up in Ideas or in any other theme, because that will add to the collectability value of this. If people are buying castle-based and medieval sets, then they're going to want to go back and get the Medieval Blacksmith, that is for sure. Interestingly, I actually think that the Medieval Blacksmith set will fit nicely with the new Hocus Pocus Lego Ideas set. If you got both of those and put them together in your collection, I think they actually might complement each other nicely. But Medieval Blacksmith, I do hope we have more sets that are going to complement this one and go well together to form a bit of a collection on this one, which will help values of this set to be sustained over time. But in general, I'm a fan of Medieval Blacksmith. I do wish we could get it more at the old price, of course. Every so often, it is available at the old price on Amazon in the US, but that's becoming a little harder to find. So that's the first of 3 Lego Ideas sets that are leaving us in December of 2023. The next one is Winnie the Pooh. So this is set number 21326, based on the beloved kids series, of course. This is 1,265 parts with 5 minifigures. Pooh and his gang of friends are all here. This is the price per piece of 8 cents. It's a $100 set. Now, $100 does not feel terrible for this, and it is pretty good value for 1,265 pieces. This set actually has a lot more detail than you might expect to see for a Winnie the Pooh set. It's actually a pretty fun looking build. I haven't built it myself, but it does look like one that I would enjoy. Now, the first set that people are probably going to compare this one to is the Sesame Street set that retired at the end of last year. And the Sesame Street was a more expensive set, $130, but it still had a lot of demand. This one comparatively seems reasonably priced at $100. And so that could give it a little bit more appetite for the price to grow in retirement, because Sesame Street has grown pretty quickly and there's still demand even at higher prices. So it may be surprising to see some of these more adult focused sets that are based on old kids TV shows are actually selling at higher prices. That is a concern or hesitation a lot of Lego investors may have had about buying Sesame Street and also buying Winnie the Pooh. Will there be an appetite for this set if the price is $250? Because who's going to buy that for their child? Well, here's the thing. A lot of adults actually want to build these sets not just for their children, but also for themselves. And then there's definitely a strong nostalgia factor that comes into this, because now the adults who have a lot of disposable income, they do want to kind of relive some of their childhood toys and the different things that they were interested in before. Sesame Street and Winnie the Pooh are big ways that they can do that, and then they can show it to their kids and different things. So the demand on these sets is stronger than I think a lot of people thought that they would be. But if you're a Lego investor, you're also thinking about the supply of this set. Will there be a lot of other people who are investing in this set that will lead to a lot of supply in the aftermarket? And for Sesame Street, there hasn't been a ton of supply on it, and Winnie the Pooh I also think is not going to be an over hoarded set for Lego investing. I think that this might be a little bit undersupplied in the aftermarket, and it doesn't seem to be one that is getting all of the attention and spotlight in the Lego investing communities. Now, this set was released in April 2021, so by the time it retires at the end of December 2023, this will have been around for around 2 years and 3/4. I do expect that this will start to dry up a little sooner than December. We could see this one sell out a little bit earlier, which is what happened with Sesame Street in most stores except Barnes & Noble in the US. Sesame Street started to dry up throughout Q4, so that might happen again with Winnie the Pooh. And again, these are two different sets with different supply and different demands, so it's not like we can say that Winnie the Pooh will be the exact same thing as Sesame Street, but it is possible this one would dry up a little bit earlier and be gone from the shelves throughout Q4. So Winnie the Pooh, another interesting Lego idea set that is disappearing from the shelves this year. And the third Lego idea set here is table football. So this is set number 21337, 2,338 pieces and 22 minifigures. So you get a lot of minifigures in this set, of course, with the different teams that are included to create this table football or foosball experience. So this is an 11 cents price per piece because the price is $250. That's the MSRP price of this table football set. Now, there is my concern with this set. As soon as this was released and I saw that sticker price of $250, I felt like Lego Group had made a big mistake. And the reason I felt that is because this set is highly playable, right? It's the kind of set that you're going to have fun with. You're going to play with your, your family members, your loved ones, your friends. But it's not something that looks great on a shelf, in my opinion. I don't think it's a highly displayable set. And a lot of the times when you're looking at the 250 price points and these higher price points for Lego sets, you want some displayability, right? Because a lot of the times you're going to see things like the modular buildings or some of the big creator expert vehicles, or a little bit higher price, you're talking about Hogwarts castles and Disney castles and Ninjago City Gardens. These are all highly displayable sets that look incredible on a shelf. And then going even higher price again, you're talking about Eiffel Tower and Colosseum and Titanic. And again, you're talking about displayability. You're talking about taking this incredible model that you put all of this work into building, putting it somewhere in your home where it's going to look incredible and people are going to ask questions about it. But when I saw this $250 table football set, the first thing that came to my mind is I don't really think that that's going to look great on a shelf, right? It's going to be a lot of fun to play with, but it's not going to look great on a shelf. And that $250 price point felt a little high to me. Now, my suspicions were confirmed because soon after this set was released, it started to get discounted on Lego.com. And Lego.com don't really discount sets all that often unless there is either a lot of supply or not enough demand for the set. And a brand new set starting to get discounted is very rare from Lego directly. So when I started to see this getting discounted, then again, my suspicions were confirmed that the price was just way too high on this one. So I think that the concepts that they came out the gate with on this one were flawed. This set was just too expensive from the very beginning. Now, it does have a lot of parts and a lot of minifigures, and the price per piece is not like terrible with 11 cents price per piece. So you do get a lot in the box. I just don't think that it's good enough for $250. Now, it was released in November 2022, so by the time it retires, it's going to be pretty early. They're retiring it after just a year on the shelves. And again, I think that that was a rushed decision because they realized that they missed the mark on this set and the sales have not been what they thought that they would be. Now, in terms of a Lego investment, it's not a set I'm personally going to be buying. Now, it is always possible to that this is going to turn out to be an incredible Lego investment because no Lego investors buy it at all. And so now there's going to be none of them in the aftermarket. So will the value of this set go up over time? I do expect that it will increase in value because most sets do if you give it enough time. But is it one that I'm going to be investing in? I definitely don't think so, because there's other sets that I think I'm a lot more excited about in terms of the supply and demand levels that I'm seeing in the market. So those are the 3 Lego idea sets that are retiring in 2023. But if you want to see all the other themes and every set that's retiring in 2023, I'm going to drop a list down below to the entire retirement list you can download directly to your device. So make sure you click that link down below to get that retirement list. And if you want to hear my thoughts on other themes and all of the sets that are retiring in other themes, I also made one that walks through the entire icons theme. So you can actually click right here to see me walk through all of the Lego icon sets retiring in 2023. And with that, thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next one.